Alright, this is Immortal Disfigurement, Hellhole. Get into it. Oh, so, so one thing I do want to talk about Immortal Disfigurement. Of course, it gets compared to Lorna Shore a lot because that's what it was not CJ's first band, but it's the one of the bands that made him more known. I guess. Also, Sign of the Swarm was also a band that got CJ some traction too. But Lorna Shore is what really started boosting his reputation before all the false allegations came out. Um, One very big difference from Lorna Shore and Immortal Disfigurement, they have distinct sounds. Some Lorna Shore more focuses on beautiful dissonance, and it's very heavily a lot more it's more atmospheric. I'd say it's more atmospheric and more symphonic compared to Immortal Disfigurement. Immortal this Immortal Disfigurement still has some of the sympathy or some of the symphonic elements in it, but it's more leans towards it blends Lorna Shore with Larcinia Rose sound kinda. That's the best way to describe it when using bands as reference. Though it's still very distinct compared to Larcinia Row because Larcinia Row is a lot more, I don't want to say beatdown because it's not beatdown, but it's a lot more sledgehammer type deathcore, like where it's constantly just bashing you in the face. Mortal Disfigurement, it kind of has a blend of smashing your face with a sledgehammer and a melodic, and I guess especially in the chorus of like Hellhole, it's a lot more. The singing is borderline clean, which all the other bands are not doing within this blackened deathcore subgenre. There's definitely some clean singing, which kind of want to hear Will Ramos do a little more on Lorna Shore, but when comparing the bands, it's hard to say which I like more because I like both for different reasons. And I like both CJ and Will. They're both fantastic vocalists. I think I like CJ slightly more than Will just because his vocals are a little bit more on the brutal side, but I really like Will and respect him heavily because his vocals are fucking nuts, to say the least. Especially back in like what 2021 or 22 when To the Hellfire came out. That was a very quote unquote revolutionary song in the black and deathcore subgenre. But I don't know why I'm on this side tangent about Lorna Shore versus Mortal Disfigurement because they're both good bands for different reasons. But you can hear in Immortal Disfigurement how it kind of, I would say it actually kind of blends the sound of Lorna Shore and Sign of Swarms, which does make sense considering CJ's history. So, and considering the band's name is also just it's a combination of Immortal from the album from Lorna Shore and the Disfigurement of Existence. So yeah, it's a blend of those, the album CJ was on. But even you hear it in the sound. You hear it in the sound is the important part. I'm gonna continue the video, I guess. Oh, bro. Round the fucking round. Yo, what's up? We're just listening to some deathcore. Got a couple other songs on the list, not just some deathcore. Checking out the Immortal disfigurement right now. You can probably hear it in the background, but next will probably be Popular Season of the Cluster Battle. In that order. This shit is so heavy. Oh god, I love it. It is so heavy. We can talk on the Discord for sure. We can talk, but let's talk on the main Discord first. Just because, that most people report. Yeah. Just verify on the main Discord and we can talk in the general chat if you don't mind. That's more just... You also might need to accept the rules because I have a kind of two-step verification just because bots are kind of annoying on Discord. I fucking love CJ's Ghetto so much. I love So as far as Immortal Disfigurement goes, they're on top of... They're probably top... I do like them more than Disembodied Tyrant, which is probably an unpopular opinion. I do like them more Disembodied. I do like Synestia a little more, and Larcinia I would probably put under, and I also do really like Lorna Shore, so I'd say probably top 3. I'd say top 3 would be Synestia first, because Synestia is fucking awesome. I mean, I'll be honest, the entire Poetic Edda would not have been as good without Synestia involved. The Then I'd say Immortal Disfigurement as my number 2. I'd say Lorna Shore number 3. Disembodied Tyrant and Larcinia Row. When it comes to these 5 bands, this is how I'd specifically rank them.